heist my way, which is probably the easiest for me, but I'll show you everything that you need to do the easiest way, okay? So you make sure you're in secure serve and you go up to the planning board, you press right on the D-pad, okay? And then accept it, go all the way across to the final bit and then start, okay? Don't worry about the camera log or purchasing weapons. We're just going to start. Confirm settings. Keep matchmaking closed because you don't want anybody else to join it. Go all the way down to the bottom. You are the only one doing the heist, so you press play to start. Okay. You ready? Yep. So I always do the long fin approach. I don't do any other approach, depending on where I'm going to grab my loot bags first. So we click on the approach vehicle, which is the long fin. Okay. Go down to infiltration point, which is the main dock. You don't want to go to the north because we're going to the airstrip first. Compound entry point is always the drainage tunnel. Escape point, I'm going to just do it as main dock, but I won't even use either of them, but I'll just use the main dock. Okay. Then time of day, I like to use daytime because I can see the people I'm killing. At night is a bit restricted. And then because you don't have to buy suppressors when you're doing your weapon loadout, I always go for the crack shot weapons. But you don't have to pay for the suppressors. You just click on weapons, double click on the suppressors, and then go across to start the heist. Okay, you don't have to pay for them. And then go down, ready to start play. In this video, you're going to see me fill up my loot bags first, and then we're going to get the primary target. Plus, you're going to get the elite challenge. So always fill up your loot bags first because you will get elite challenge every time. So we just reverse the long fin up a little bit here, and then cut through. There's sort of like a little gap, and you can just come through here or go over, flip the boat like that. It doesn't matter. When you go to the right hand side here, and you can reverse it into this little cove up here. So when you come back to the long fin in a minute, it will still be in that, hopefully in that same position as we leave it. Come gently into here, into this little area, and I'm just going to reverse it all the way back into that cove behind us. Just about there, maybe. Okay. Now in the swim, I usually because I use the crack shot weapons, I'm going to take out my rifle, sniper rifle. You can tap the X button just to get to this point, but don't carry on tapping because the guy outside the main hangar will hear our footsteps. Now we're going to gently jog. This guy will turn around again in a minute, but just once he does that, once he gets past the hangar, so you're going to bring out your gun now. Wait until he gets to that point where that solar steps is. He'll stop, and then you'll turn around. But you get the quick shot to the head, and then we're gonna go into the hangar now. Okay. There you go, he's down. Now you can run into this hangar. I always try to fill up my loot bags here. I don't try not to go anywhere else. So we're gonna get the 2 tables of cash downstairs. So you go right on the D-pad up to the door to get the cutting torch out. Grab both of these tables of cash. I don't care if it's cocaine or it's weed. As long as I fill up my loot bag at the end of the day, you're gonna get $1 million for each time you do this. Okay, that's one table filled up. And then we're gonna go up to the next table here. Same again. I know for a fact there's 2 more tables of cash upstairs. So now this is the bit you can get the forklift truck out. You get into the forklift truck. the left analog stick moves the forks up and down. So now there's two pallets. We can pick up one straight ahead. So we pick up that pallet here. Okay. Get the forks underneath it. Lift up the pallet. Reverse it up a bit. Now, if you put it to this area here, push the pallet up against the metal sort of like pole, I guess, up into the back of the forklift. Climb onto the pallet and then go into this way to get the rest of the cash. Okay. Boom. Cutting torch again. Start grabbing the cash up here now. If you press the X button a little bit quicker, you can pick up the cash or whatever a much quicker way. Let's top it off. So you can see that once the loot bag goes green, it will fill up the loot bag, and then we're going to go for the primary target in the compound. Okay. So that's 351,000 already. Now we're going to make our way back to the lawn thing now, where we left it, hopefully. Just to avoid the blue cones in the airstrip. We don't have to go anywhere else now because we filled up our loot bag already. You can skip. If you skip along, you tend to go a little bit faster as well. Where's the longfin situation situated? Oh, it's just around the coast, so we just run for a bit. Get into the longfin, and then we're going to head to the I didn't mean to bring up that gun there, but now we're going to head to the drainage tunnel. Keep going around the coast. This is the best way for me to do the heist, because the long fin, you can take it all the way around the map, and where if you go to grab your loot, the long fin will remain where it is. As long as you don't beach it or go over some cliff, it will always be there by the shore that you've left it. So now we're going to head around to the drainage tunnel. You can see the yellow marker, that's the compound entry point. But go around to the coast a little bit more here to the left. Slow down a bit, because the long fin isn't that great at turning, but if you go a bit slow around this corner. Right, we're heading up to the drainage tunnel now. You can see the compound dead ahead of us around the corner. You get to this point, literally just here, and then you're going to jump out of the long fin, okay? Press, is it L2, and then you can see the drainage tunnel point here. There should be like a cutscene right on the D-pad. With here the green sort of like light cut the grate. I usually just flick it through with the analog stick. You're just going to move it back and forward till all the lights disappear, okay? Don't worry about rebreathing here. I'm going to do it when we get past this cutscene, because you're not going to lose breath at this cutscene. Because we're going to go take the last few lights out. Okay. 2 more. Now I'm gonna equip a rebreather, so you go left on the D-pad, and then we're gonna swim now to another cutscene, which will take us into the compound. You can see the yellow marker up ahead. And when we get to here, I usually swim up to here, right on the D-pad. And there's a cutscene now that can take us into the compound, okay? And there's a little cutscene here, but now we're going to bring up it's like a pistol or a shotgun with a silencer. So we're going to run this way. Just avoid all the blue cones, the red cones, and you'll be fine. So then we're going to take a right, go past the little gym area here on your left-hand side. If you look straight ahead on your left-hand side, there's a red cone. Wait until the guy turns to the left, which he has done now. Okay. I like to do this really fast because you want to get the elite challenge. Run it so really behind him. Circle button. Knock him out. Okay. And then we're going to do the guy around the corner here. We'll do exactly the same to him. He didn't drop the gate key, so hopefully this guy upstairs will drop the gate keys for us to go on to the next section. Knock him out. He didn't drop the gate keys, so I'm going to show you how to do the hack from upstairs. Usually if you drop the gate keys and you go different route, you grab the money from this little safe here with the paintings and stuff on. A little bit extra cash always helps. Now we're going to do the four hack down here. So for the people who really have problems with doing the hacking, I'll do the first one the easiest way, okay? So always make sure that the top piece is the top, the bottom is the bottom, right? Now the rest of the pieces we're going to make as the top piece. So make them all the top piece like this. Just flick through them. So you go up to the first piece and you go 1 to the right, next one down 2 to the right, next one down 3 to the right, next one down 4 to the right, next one down 5 to the right. I messed it up there, but
do not give up on a locked door. Why not ask a guard nicely for the key?
so I'm going to be counting in my head, so we're going to count together, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So always make sure that the top piece is the top, the bottom is the bottom, okay? So top piece top, bottom bottom. The rest are at the top, okay? Like this. So it's more or less lined up. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then again, top piece at the top. Bottom's at the bottom already. The last two pieces are set in place. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's matched up. Match them up again. All the top pieces, the bottom's the bottom, the top's the top. Okay. You can see what I'm doing. So like 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's all matched up. All the fingerprints are done now. I don't care about the elite challenge because I want to show you more or less how to do it properly. So now we're going to go down. We're going to go right on the D-pad down through the fireplace. We've done the hack down. This is the last time you use the cutting torch to get through this gate here. Now you're gonna get like a safe code. We got the barrel bonds is our primary target. So what's that? 49, 48, 69, 65. Okay. See, I've missed it already. So 48, 69, 65. sorry guys. 48, 69, 65. We're not going to get the elite challenge today, but I'm just showing you. I keep messing this up. Damn it. 48, 69, 65. This is what happens when you not reading in reading glasses. Okay, we've got the barrel bonds now. Because we don't have the gate keys, there is a quicker way of getting out here. You would turn left now, but we're going to go back to the fireplace, okay? Right on the D-pad. Take us back into El Rubio's office.
It looks like they have sealed off
Now we're going to make us way. We should run all the way back down here.
another way out.
Keep going to the right-hand side. Keep going. Don't worry about. You can tap the X button as much as you want now, because you're going to take a right now. Jump over this pillar here. Take a left up the stairs past the water fountain. Okay. Watch out for this guy walking in front of the gate now, that yellow marker. Don't worry about the guy on the left by the car. He won't see us because he's always looking the opposite way. So we're gonna run into this yellow marker here, and then right on the D-pad. We're gonna have like a little cutscene now, where you can see our stupid characters trying to get through this door, and then eventually he sees the green button to the right-hand side, and we leave the compound. Okay. When we leave the compound in a minute, if you bring up your gun, the same way we did it earlier, with the gun in your hand and press the circle button, and you're gonna knock the guy out by the motorcycle up here, okay? Run as fast as you can. Don't run too fast because you'll hear your footsteps. Come up behind him. Circle button, knock him out, and then we're gonna grab the motorbike. If we take a far left, head to the right. You can see the guy with the blue cone here. We're gonna go behind him. You can see we're heading down to this main point on the island. This like the part of the island. We're gonna go down here, gently like roll the motorbike, just off this bit here, because if you do it too fast, you're gonna lose a little bit of money. You might just slide it into the water. Don't worry about the boats; they're not patrol boats. You know, we're gonna swim. Keep swimming. At some point, you can see your health bar on the bottom where the mini map is. The blue line. It's decreasing, meaning your oxygen level is decreasing. When it gets to the right, the red and starts flashing, then you go left on the D-pad and apply your rebreather. Okay. But if you get to that point on your motorbike, or some people like in the crew, they take a right outside the compound entry point, then get a boat to come back. But this is I like to do it this way, the quickest way for me. So now you keep on swimming. At some point you can see like San Andreas come up on the right hand side, and then all of a sudden we're gonna get like a cutscene, and then we've ended the heist. Okay. That's the cutscene. Now it's going to take us back to Los Santos, where we get the money and we finish the heist. I don't think we've done it in the Elite Challenge, but it's not that far off. So I'm hoping that, you know, in this video it's really helped you, and hopefully you can keep re-watching it. This is mainly for like Amelia and for Paul Vadger. So hopefully, guys, this video will help you out for when you go and do the heist on your own, making millions. So potential take was 4.9 million. We took 1.4 with the cut reduced from it. 17 minutes because it took so long to do the hack and the save code. But it's 1.4 million, and you can do this once you get the hang of it. You're doing the intel. You've done the prep missions, which is the crackshot weapons, the long fin, the save code, or it's going to be the plasma cutter, the fingerprint cloner, then your cutting torch, and then the final push. The quicker you do it, you can do this within an hour to an hour and 18 minutes. So maybe then you have to wait for 10 minutes for Pavel to phone you up to start the next heist to get the hard mode. But that's 1.4 million. So if you have the time, you can make millions, and I mean millions each day, and you'll have a great time. So that's the end of the YouTube video. I hope it really helps. The hacking bit, I wanted to slow it down. If you get the gate keys from either those 3 guards with the red cones, then there is a quicker way of going down to do a 2 hack instead of a 4 hack. And then if you don't have the barrel bonds, which is in the safe where you have to do the hack, you can get like either the tequila, or you can get the ruby necklace or the pink diamond, which allows you to get the plasma cutter. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. A bit of crew love for all of SAS crew members, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.